My name is John Brumby and I'm the Independent Chair of the Australian Dairy Plan. Well, we've been through some really tough years with dairy, and it was time to get all of the industry working together to come up with a plan for a bright future. And that's what the industry's done. Australian Dairy Farmers, Australian Dairy Products Federation, Dairy Australia and the Gardner Foundation, first time they've ever come together to develop a single plan for the future of this industry. The thing about dairy is, it's one of our biggest agricultural industries. It's crucial to regional economies, and there's scarcely a region that doesn't have some involvement with the dairy industry. So we listened right across Australia, 1,500 people, farmers, processors, stakeholders, and there were 5 big issues that really jumped out. And they formed the 5 core commitments in this plan, and it's those 5 core commitments that are going to drive increased profit, improved confidence and increased unity right across the industry.
Our industry's spoken loud and clear from all its sectors that they are looking for reform of our industry to take it into the future. I think the most important thing is that we have a unified voice and a unified industry. Currently there's a significant amount of duplication in our industry services and our industry bodies. So I'd like to think that by reducing the duplication that we've got in our industry bodies currently, we can create a really efficient structure that can service the whole of the country with all its regional differences, but service it efficiently and bring in the people for the work that really needs to be done and that's really important. The dairy industry won't succeed unless farmers and processors prosper together, and we've got a real opportunity here to create an industry body where we can work together for the greater good of the industry and all succeed together.
Commitment 2 is all about attracting people to the dairy industry, helping them recognise where the opportunities lie across the whole supply chain for a career, to establish a business, to grow a business. But it's also about providing the confidence to invest, both from within the industry, but also for those outside the industry.
The third commitment is a focus on marketing. The plan requires commitment to a united, whole-of-chain industry approach to marketing and promotion that is supported by both farmers and processing companies. It'll be important to continue to reinforce the benefits of dairy and the vital role it plays in good health and nutrition, while at the same time we acknowledge how our industry reduces environmental impacts, responds to climate change and manages animal welfare.
Australian Dairy Plan's 4th commitment is centred on business planning and profit. It doesn't matter where you go in the industry, profit comes through as just critically important if people want to set themselves up and be confident about the future. But in order to find that profit, I guess the discipline around business planning, around understanding your numbers, around understanding how you're going to handle risk in what's an increasingly volatile and challenging operating environment. We as industry have heard that in every region of the country, and we're going to run a range of programs over coming years to enable farmers to reach for tools and more understanding of something that's really critically important.
The 5th commitment is restore trust and transparency to strengthen industry confidence. What behaviour do we need to change? What do we need to do to build trust? This is close to all our hearts because we know life is a lot about confidence, and we as organisations have full confidence in Australian dairy to be prosperous and have a wonderful future. The processing sector is committed to increasing transparency around the milk price. The Milk Value Portal is a unique tool that will show the reader the value of milk by region, by season, by farm size.
The 5 commitments are fantastic and they're very important for the industry. But what we also heard time and time again from people who were involved in the engagement was that the ongoing programs that are already there, such as research, policy, market development, leadership, capability development and also sustainability, are critical for the delivery of the Australian Dairy Plan. And they said to us again and again, don't let that stuff slip.
Regional Australia is excited about the dairy plan because of the hope it brings to our industry and the better future that it creates. Regional communities will benefit from Dairy Plan. It's not just the success that happens on farm. The service guys, the technician guys, they will all benefit from a successful and vibrant introduction of a Dairy Plan.
The Dairy Plan for young farmers is great. It's going to give us a voice and it'll help us to keep involved. We all have capacity to be leaders and young dairy farmers need that support, and I believe that the Dairy Plan can give that.
So our family has been farming here now for 4 generations, with the 5th generation growing up here now. Yeah, so the listening exercise early on in Dairy Plan was really good. Locally we had a number of farmers attend and service providers, which was good to see. I think the good thing from the dairy farmer perspective was that we had, in our area at least, had a lot of young people involved, because they're the ones that are going to have to pick up this and run with it into the future. So I think that listening was good. It's given Dairy Plan a good solid starting point, and we need now to develop that through.
A key element of this plan is that we've built in performance reporting, performance monitoring. So every 6 months there'll be public reports and reports to government on progress. So all the peak groups are locked into it, and the crucial thing now is to get farmers and processors right across Australia get behind this plan. It'll make a difference. So I encourage everybody to read the plan. Just download it from the Australian Dairy Plan website, and I think if we can work together as an industry, and this is definitely a plan that will deliver the better and brighter future that we all want to achieve.